Hello, 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 hello. This is Fancy at the Playola channel, coming at you with some more Mario Golf. I am currently trying to work on improving a good bit right now. I've been playing recently, and I've been practicing is what I should say. I've been practicing recently. I've been doing fairly well, so I'm gonna try and take on the Mario again. And last time, if you were following the videos, I actually got really close to beating him, and he beat me by a hair, basically. I was down, I believe, one stroke. I'm gonna do the front nine. And he actually got an eagle in the last hole. That's a terrible start. And I ended up giving up and just getting a bogey because I realized that it was already too late and he had pulled ahead so much that I couldn't do anything about it. So here we are again. I picked a different outfit for him, a little blue and white. It's kind of like a odd fire suit, actually. Oh, that's actually really beneficial for me. He's right behind the cactus. It's probably the worst shot I think I've ever seen Mario make. So right now we're on a. Every time I'm doing this, I'm picking a different course, and what I'm doing is I'm going up each course at a time. So I'm showing you a little bit more content every time. Right now we are on I think it's called Shyguy Desert, or Shyguy Dunes. So he's inside of this cactus, and pretty much I don't think anything he does is gonna help him here. He's literally gonna just go into the cactus. Yep, up he goes and down he goes. Boop. So yep. That gives me a huge advantage here. He's actually still got the cactus in front of him, which is that's really awful for him and really good for me. It's gonna give me a great lead against him right now in this this match. So he's down two. Ooh, that was good. That was almost in. So yeah, we're on a Shyguy Desert right now. I've been working on my putting more because this game is putting. Every Mario Golf's putting, and every golf game in general has different putting and different driving as well. It's kind of like you can feel the difference. So it might be a dot or two. I see, like there's when he was putting just now, there's like little lines that are the measure. It's the meter by which you look at to do your power. You know, you fill up more of the meter, you get more of the power, and you fill up less, you get less. So some games play a little different, and some of them play a lot different. And it's a real issue from going from game to game for sure. I was hoping that was a better shot. Usually, since I'm a short driving character, like I've mentioned before, you have a lot more control, so you'll be able to get closer to the hole with much more ease than somebody who shoots very far, because usually their arc on their shot will be very high. So like I'm actually gonna switch. Well, can I switch here? I don't think I can. If I can, I don't know how. I need to make this putt slightly to the left, and I'm going to put a little extra on it just in case, and it goes in. So I'm already doing much better than I had done before. I've been playing a little bit on the side when I come home from work, or when I just have some free time, really trying to get back into the game full swing and be able to really make some improvement. Hoping that these videos will actually motivate me to improve my game tremendously. See, I really needed that second dot there, because now I'm already down to one power on the third hole, which is really problematic for me. And what I was trying to do there was use the slope as well as the wind to carry my ball, and that's why if you see in the right hand corner on the bottom right, there's the dot that blinks when you're shooting. You actually can direct with the joystick to cut under the ball, to cut to the right of the ball, or cut to the left of the ball, and really get a good spin on it. So if you cut under, you know, you'll get a lot more lift, and the wind will help. I don't think I'm gonna make it there now. I might have been able to barely make it if this cactus wasn't in the way, and if I had gotten that power perfectly. My ball placement is just really bad. I'm going to just go with a safe shot because that's a better option right now. So I do a safe shot, I land on the fairway, everything's good. He's going to make it to the hole probably. I would say this shot will give him the hole if if he plays it that way. I don't know where he was aiming. The computers kind of register everything really quickly and do it. I register things fairly quickly, but I'm also not an AI that lives inside of the game, so I have to actually look where I'm going. So, and also see this dotted line, like I said, is your arc, so I can bring it up, bring it down, bring it. If I bring it to the left or right, you're giving spin to the ball, so when it shoots, it spins, and it'll go left a little bit more, right a little bit more, carry with the wind possibly as well, and then it'll also fall that way, and its roll, the bounce and roll, will be a little different as well. So it's really a lot of stuff you can do. I should have cut under. I kind of lost my train of thought there. It's going to be a decent shot, but it could have been much better what I just did, and I was kind of losing track of my train of thought while I was playing the game as I'm talking to the into the mic. All right, Mario does that little approach. It's another thing I need to work on is my approach. So about to the first small dot is usually a full measure of blue. I've realized about there. So if it's to the very edge of blue, if I go to middle putting, which is actually one of my weakest areas right now, besides long, of course, which is I'm sure some people can do that, but it's not me. So I go a little bit over the little dot, which would be like I want to hit like the dash after it on the meter here at the bottom of the screen. So I hit it, and hopefully it pays off. No, it didn't. Not at all. I misjudged. I needed at least 2 more dots, I would say. Maybe 1 if I was lucky, if I was going downhill, if that might have been enough. So, oh, I knew I put a little too little on, a little less than I needed on that shot, but that putt. But luckily, it still went in. He's probably gonna get a birdie here. I've been talking so much, I actually lost track of where he was, but I knew he was gonna most likely get a birdie. And that'll put him even with me, even though he did really terrible in his first hole. Now he's even with me because of the fact it was a par 5. He could shoot the long distance ball, the long ball, while I shot the shorter version of the long ball, and becomes an issue. Okay. See, when I used to play, I would always use my powers a lot, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I think I have, and I would perfect them every time, so I would never lose my powers, and I would be able to get good ball position for setting up. Like right now, I'm here. But say if I had a shot a normal, I might have ended up with a shot like this and couldn't go much further. So I usually, what I would do is I would use my powers, use them, hit them perfect, keep my powers, and then have an advantage that the character normally wouldn't have. So right now, I'm trying to level up what I need to do, and I really needed both of those dots. There's a good chance that's going to shank right now. It didn't shank right, but it didn't get very close to the hole, which is going to allow Mario for a little wiggle room to break ahead of me in the scores here. I'm really hoping that he gets bunker. You can actually tell by the camera angles where the ball is going to go to. It'll how it just arcs usually means you went too far, or you went just in a goofy place. Sometimes if it's that was a decent, actually really decent putt. Should have paid attention to that. Okay, so if I make this is actually not that bad of a putt. Usually what I'll do is I'll look at the full measure, and you can see that the hole is about in the middle. And you have to realize that mid always hits a little stronger than what the actual grid is showing, because this is a giant square with a grid on it. The lines are moving, but the only lines that matter are the ones going vertically, I believe. So it's about mid. So I'm going to go boom. And we're going to go a little bit over mid and hope that it goes in. Oh, and it goes in. Look at that. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with that putt. I just explained to you and myself how to do that putt. I'm proud of myself for some odd reason. So. Alright, so I break ahead right there, and that ended a lot differently than I anticipated. I'm going to try to conserve my powers right now because I have been shooting a little shitty still with my driving. So it's unsafe for me, I feel, to keep using powers consistently as I used to. I'm almost there. I'm almost back to where I was. I don't know if Viewing from the last video to this video, I have less complaining and Johns and excuses, but I'm definitely playing much more like my old self. So I'm gonna shoot to the right a little, and I'm gonna a little bit more. Let's do this. And I'm gonna pull under, and I need that dot. And I also need to account for that the wind is gonna take this ball really a lot. So I got the wind took it, and I got a really large bounce. The ball bounced and kind of hopped a little, and then it kind of petered out there at the end. But I was trying not to let it. See, what he did was a little closer to what I was trying to go for. Okay, this putt's not so bad. So, boop. And that should be it. Oh, a little spin around the rim. So this is becoming actually a fairly nice game. If he makes this, he will be still on my tail. If he misses it, ooh, makes it. I'm always secretly plotting my opponent's downfalls. I'm like, don't make it. And I'm just thinking in my head like that. 21 miles per hour against me. And another thing is, I didn't know if I went over this also, but the face of Boo in the top right-hand corner is where the wind is blowing. And the face, whichever way the face is directed, is where he's blowing. So he's blowing towards me at the towards like my right shoulder. So I'm facing him towards my right shoulder. Okay, I really needed that. I don't know if you noticed, but I actually stopped talking there for a moment, and you might have heard the tension in my muscles alone. Who knows? So I was actually pretty nervous for a moment there. This game means a lot to me. I mean, winning's not everything, but I'm hoping with these videos I'll be able to practice a lot more and improve my overall game. So, see, I can barely reach it now, and I might actually need to use a power again just to get to the hole, because in this iteration of a golf game, because this is Mario Golf, which is an iteration of golf, the wind is very powerful. 21 miles an hour is ridiculous. Now, on World Tour, which is Mario World Tour Golf, it's not as powerful. It doesn't pull your ball around like a madman. And in this game, it definitely does for sure. So let's go here. Ah, good. Well, let's hope that's enough. There's a chance. Oh, see, even with every potential thing I could do just now, I almost missed and went into the bunker. And I did everything right there. For my character, I did everything that was at my disposal. Mario's got a lot more at his disposal for the long ball. So now I have to make something out of this. And sometimes I'll putt from long distances in hope that I can accommodate for the changes. It's a little bit over half, so I'm going to try this. Now, the correct thing I believe to do would be use an approach and try to hit the ball into it, and it's this approach. But instead I'm going to do the putting. And I just feel more comfortable with putting, to tell you the truth. Approach is probably my weakest thing. Middle putting, which is what I'm deciding over right now, is one of my weakest things. And then approaching is mostly my weakest thing. So we're going to count. And we're going to go back and forth and look at it a little bit. It's about 65%, we're going to say. So I need to go maybe. We're going to hope. And it's actually not showing me on the camera, so this is a little nerve-wracking. I don't think I made it, though. No, I have no idea where I landed. If I did B, it would have given me a replay, and I could have seen... That's aggravating. I could have seen where the ball went, but because I didn't have a birdie, I didn't see where it went. That should be it. Whew, I was a little worried. Alright. So me and my Charlie my boy, are tied with Mario right now, and we actually only have 3 holes left, which is, I think this video is actually pretty short. No, it's still long as shit. Well, anyway, me and Charlie my boy are tied with Mario, and this is getting a little nerve-wracking. Old me would have been probably 2 strikes ahead already, considering Shyguy Desert's actually one of my better courses. But this is good. I'm having a lot of fun right now, for sure. I actually didn't calculate very much on that shot, but it doesn't matter. So I'm about more than half the distance closer than he is, and he has a really tough putt. He's gonna have to push this really. Wow, he just made that like it was nothing. All right, Dick. Well, Mario just made that putt like it was nothing, so it's my turn to try to make it like it's nothing. So I'm gonna go, and we're gonna hope this makes it. Yep, that was actually perfect. So we were still tied at hole 8, which means we only have two holes left, and it's getting pretty intense. Saying that about a golf game. Yeah. The irony there. So, all right, Mario, what do you got? What do you got? Go in that rough. Nope. It's actually a pretty good shot. What is the yardage on this? The rest is 396. Rest at the top left is where the hole is, I believe. No. Yeah. So 403 is the total of the hole, and then 396 is from where I am to where the hole is. And it says I'm 2 yards down for some reason. I don't know what that means, honestly. But I'm not sure if the last one. I'm gonna risk this. Okay, that's good. I was contemplating if I was going to use a power or not there. And if I used the power, I thought there was a chance that I would screw it up. And then the next hole would be a par 5, which really would put me at a huge disadvantage. But I actually have some wiggle room here, which is good. So I can do a little bit of something here. My ball, also, the further you shoot, you'll notice that the arc of the ball with the white slipstream kind of looking effect here. The white line that has dots in it, it's kind of going down because your arc goes down the further you shoot ahead. So let's see, I'm unsure what I want to do here. There's a bunker before me, but honestly I'm shooting way over already. If I do, perfect. Okay, I'm kind of making a hunch that this might work. I mean, I got close, but I'm not on the green. It says I'm 10 yards away, which is, I mean, it's not that bad, but it could have been better for sure. Mario's going to have a much better chance at setting up on me here. And he actually does about the same thing I do. I think I'm a little... Nope. You know, I actually think this is my favorite outfit for Mario. I really like it. Ooh, he botched. Good. Nice approach. Okay. And it's uphill. So okay, so what we have here is that the short range would actually reach it on normal terms, but right now I'm at an uphill. I'm at the bottom of a slope. That's a good way to put it. And I'm trying to get my ball to go up the slope and make it, but since the range of the grid here, the square grid, is only to that point, and I have to fight a disadvantage, which is going uphill, I have to go to mid. So going to mid, and let's look at the whole square and take in a little bit of the accounting here for what's happening. So I'm gonna say a little less than half. So that might be too much. Maybe not. Come on. Well, that was my chance to beat Mario. It was a legitimate chance to beat Mario. If the next hole is a par 5, he's gonna have a chance to beat me and return the favor. I actually screwed up kind of bad there by missing an opportunity that really could have meant something. And the next one is a par 5, like I was hoping not. And this is going to be a problem. I'm hoping there's wind. Yes, there's wind going with me, which is a huge advantage I always look for low-tier characters like myself. Well, short-range characters like myself. So he's going to have no problem getting to the hole. I'm going to have a problem. Charlie hits 210. With his drive, he hits 231 with his power. So the hole is at rest at 539, and I'm starting at 22 yards. I believe that's what down means. I'm down. I mean, I don't know golf terminology. We've gone over that, but not much of it. So I have to actually perfect this twice. Okay, that's one. Now I should have a decent setup. If it pulls to the right a little too much, I might go in the bunker, and this might be game. But doesn't. I have a decent setup. I'm not at a very high elevation, but I have a decent shot at, I thought, at the hole. And that math meant nothing, I guess, earlier. Shit. Alright, well, I'm going to try to just bank on getting there somehow. There's not much I can do because Mario's going to decimate me if he gets to the hole in the next shot. So I'm going to try to make this. I'm going to be a little risky. We're going to see what happens. Even if I go in the bunker, it's... I mean, all I have to do is really hit the ball close to the hole still. I'm hoping that the wind or something affects him and he doesn't make green, because then I'm barely going to lose to him again, and it's going to be really frustrating. So, he's actually not on the green, which gives me the opportunity to at least tie with him, which isn't what I want, but it's better than losing. And if this was a match, because there is a set, I'm actually doing strokes, which is scorecard, and it's just we compare strokes, and it's like we're having a friendly game of golf. If I was doing a match, he would have to beat me in overtime, basically, like a football game. We would play and play and play until somebody didn't tie, someone screwed up. So I need to not screw this up right now, and I am in bunker, so I'm probably just gonna hit it, and I think that's good. Alright, and I actually have a really decent setup. I am putting uphill, it seems, but as long as the slope isn't pulling a little left or right, it shouldn't be too tough. And I'm hoping he screws up here, because if he does, he might actually... Oh, son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. So I lost. Mario just fucking putted a fucking eagle. I didn't even look when I did that. This is shitty. So, if I had a birdie last match, we could have tied. But Mario actually played a really solid match against me there, and he, like I've said before, he's a very well-rounded character. He gives me some trouble sometimes, apparently. Old me, who was much better at the game in my opinion, he would give trouble to occasionally, and he's definitely he's doing it these days for sure. So, all right, well, -6, -7. I guess it's better than before. What was it, 2 to -5 or something? Just wish I would have done better on that hole. I mean, on that whole course, really. It's one of my better courses. Alright, well, that's it. Lost him again. Alright, well, that's frustrating. At least I can take it and try to get better, I guess. So, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. This is Fancy at Playola, and I'll see you next time.